Sometimes, herbivores consume other animals to supplement deficiencies in their diet, particularly minerals like phosphorus and salt or protein. Though we commonly recognize animals such as cows and deer for their plant-based diets, their world is not strictly green. Initially thought to be grazing, this deer was filmed engaging in a highly unusual behavior that challenges our usual perceptions of its diet. Filmed in its natural habitat, the people who were filming the deer quickly discovered that it was chewing on a bird. Audible reactions of shock and disbelief from the onlookers can be heard in the background, questioning the nature of what they were witnessing.
It's a bird. I thought they're not carnivores.
Not only that, but the poor bird was still alive for most of it. And the deer didn't just kill it, it swallowed the bird whole. Accidental ingestion is another reason herbivores end up consuming meat. While grazing, they might unintentionally swallow insects, worms, or other small creatures hidden among the grass. This isn't about a dietary preference, but rather an inevitable outcome of their feeding habits in rich, biodiverse environments. As you can see here, this deer was grazing in an area where a small bird had fallen after getting injured. The bird saw the deer advancing and they were trying to fend it off, but it didn't work. The deer then ended up consuming the unfortunate bird. Do you guys think it was an accident? Curiosity or mistaken identity can also lead to these unexpected dietary choices. Young herbivores exploring their surroundings might nibble on almost anything they find. This exploratory behavior can sometimes lead them to consume meat, mistaking it for plant material. That was probably what happened here. This young horse spotted a tiny little chick, and it sparked its curiosity. The horse approached the little chick and, without warning, decided to grab it in its mouth and chew it to death. It must have been a horrible death being chewed to death by horse teeth, but that's nature for you. While it isn't really unusual to see birds devour one another, this incident is a bit confusing. A mother duck and her little ducklings were taking a walk in the park when a group of ducks decided to suddenly gang up on and attack the mother for some reason. The mom fought back as best as she could and she was able to hand herself pretty well. But as she was fighting for her own life, two birds attacked her little ducklings and stole two of them and ended up eating them. It's like the birds and the ducks had planned this attack together. Hippos are herbivores as well, but they've been known to eat small amounts of meat from time to time. After a crocodile caught this zebra and dragged it into the water, a couple of hungry hippos gathered around and started devouring the poor creature. I guess hunger knows no rules. These giants not only were willing to eat another animal, but they were willing to fight an army of huge crocodiles to steal the kill. It's never a wise decision to approach a river that's full of crocodiles and giant hippos, no matter how thirsty you might be. Fish is also on the menu for this hungry deer. A man threw the fish on the ground to see if the deer would try to eat it, and one of them was quick to move towards the fish and grab it in its mouth. The fish was still alive, and it kept trying to get away from the hungry deer, but the deer never stopped trying until it finally had the fish stuffed in its mouth and began consuming it. This is the first time that I've ever seen something like this, to be honest. Have you guys seen anything like this before? Herbivores like cows chewing on bones to extract vital minerals is known as osteophagia, and it's a clear example of nutritional opportunism, where herbivores seek out unusual food sources to balance their nutrient intake. Just like the horse we saw previously, this cow spotted a tiny chick running around and decided to have it as a snack. The cow grabbed the little chick in its mouth and started chewing on it while it was still kicking and screaming, and the people around were completely shocked to see the cow do that. This proves that this isn't an everyday thing and rarely ever happens. This cow was filmed eating her own placenta after calving. This is actually normal bovine behavior, but the crazy thing is that this is also being done by people in Europe, believe it or not. I'm not a woman or anything, but I would never do anything like this if I was. Would you ever do something like this? I think I'd throw up to death if I was forced to do this. I kinda wanna throw up right now. I have no idea who took this picture, but I'm really glad they did. I never in a million years thought I would ever see a cow eating a rabbit out of all animals. I mean, how did it even catch it? And here's another picture of a cow chewing on a rabbit. This is really interesting because rabbits are like actual meaty animals, not just little chicks or tiny fish. I mean, they require some real chewing and bone crushing to consume. Nature often blurs the lines we draw, and survival sometimes requires us to do stuff that we wouldn't usually do. Which is exactly what these animals were doing. Granted, not all of them were starving or needed to eat other animals to stay alive, but the ability to do stuff like that and wanting to do stuff like that must have arisen from some harsh conditions, don't you think? Please share your thoughts in the comments section down below. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Did you enjoy this video? Please let us know in the comments section down below. And don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. And please, turn on your notifications bell to get notified when we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.